So you either have no idea where you're headed, or you have some incredible ideas, but not sure how to get there. Stick around as we'll be diving in on creating a vision for your life. Hey, what's going on everybody? Michael A. Benton here, and on this channel, I focus on giving men the knowledge and the tools that they need to help control the lives that they desire. If you're a man looking to better himself, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video every week. All right, so what's the point of creating this vision for ourselves? Well, mainly it's because it keeps us from just trotting around, right, life and kind of just hoping that things happen to us, or, you know, just waiting for something to change our direction and to point us as to where we need to be and where we want to be. The vision is solely to help you have a base, right? Have a foundation and really understand the roadmap that you want to create. It's not about having someone else create the life there for you, or having circumstances or situations alter your path. The goal is for you to alter your own path and choosing in your life as to what you want to do, right? So you're running your own show, right? You're the director of this, and you choose, you know, when it's a good shot, when it's not, right? And when you want to retake and when you don't. So that's the whole point of having a vision. So first, the easiest thing that I found when I created my vision was to write it down. Now, if you're a type of person that's more electronic, you can, you know, put it on your tablet, you know, your iPhone, in notes, whatever it is that you want to do. The hopes is that wherever you put it, it's going to be somewhere where you're going to look at it on a daily basis, because the most important thing about, you know, having your vision written down or somewhere where you can read it is that you're reiterating in your mind your roadmap and where you want to take your life. And so obviously anything that you've you know, done in your life before, if it's something that you've only looked at one time, you know, and you kind of find yourself where it's just like it's out of sight, out of mind, right? But again, like if you're someone who has a vision board, you know, on their wall, that's something that you're going to see every day, right? Same thing as when you look in the mirror to do your hair, brush your teeth, right? It's something that you're repetitively seeing over and over again. So keep your vision statement wherever you write it down, somewhere where you're going to be able to read it and revisit it. Because again, keep in mind, your vision is not something that's necessarily locked in for the rest of your life, right? There's going to be things that are going to alter the things that you want in your life. And so you may want something now that you have in your vision, but in 5 years, that may not be the case. So it's something that's fluid and that can change when you see fit, okay? Now, the easiest way that I found to create the vision for myself was to kind of break it down into categories. Now, I'm gonna give you some base categories that you could use, but if you think of other categories that you want that fits you and your lifestyle, perfect. So for me, it was easy. So like physical, right? So that was one of the categories that I have in my vision. And so what I really kind of put in that category was things like, hey, working out 4 to 5 days a week, right? And I used to have where I wanted to be a certain amount of weight. And now I don't really focus more on weight. I'm more focused on how my body functions and how it looks aesthetically. So really it's just going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. Also my eating habits are in there as well. So making sure that I'm eating clean food, staying away from fast food, things of that nature. So that's kind of what my physicality or my physical category looks like. And then there's things like financial. How much money do you want to be making? And that can also be included with your career, right? Where are your funds coming from? You know, how much do you have in your nest egg? Things of that nature. How much do you have in retirement? So on and so forth. And you can break that down however you'd like, whatever you see fit. So if it's, you know, X amount of money in a savings account and X amount of money in 401k and X amount of money in other investments, that's totally up to you. But again, it's just having that roadmap for yourself in that particular category. So another category that I have is mentally and emotionally, right? So I put those two together, and that's just things like journaling and meditating and what am I doing to stimulate my mind and continue growing my knowledge, you know, and because I consider myself a lifelong learner. So, you know, I'm always either reading different books on different topics, listening to podcasts, watching, you know, YouTube videos. So those are the things that I have in that particular category that I want to continue on doing because to me, it's very important. Okay. And so if you have other categories that fit you best. Like if you're someone that loves to use their time to volunteer, then community, right, would be another good category that you would put in your vision if it's important to you. And you would list out things that would help you fulfill that need, right, of being a volunteer or contributing to society. So again, the categories can be vague, they can be vast, as much as you want them to, but the most important thing is putting the ones that in your vision that that relate to you, right, and that entice a feeling and that you want to incorporate in your everyday life. Okay, so I'm gonna do something to kind of help you guys understand what, once you're kind of figuring out, once you're done putting your vision together, kind of what it looks like in a statement form. So I'm going to read you guys my vision statement, and hopefully guys, it'll give you better insight as to how that all works out once you're done with it. Okay, so the vision I have for myself is to be absolutely sure of who I am as a person. I want to embrace life personally and in business by showcasing my values and beliefs. One who is responsible, altruistic, spiritual, giving, family-oriented, respectful, ethical, authentic, and empathetic. I want to live life to the fullest potential. Success to me is no longer revolves around money. Success to me is about contributing to society and making an impact on the men in it. Success to me is living my highest form mentally and physically, spiritually, and emotionally. I want to help men reach their full potential in all areas of their lives by giving them the knowledge and tools they need to control the lives that they desire. Sound familiar? I live in financial abundance, doing whatever I want, with whom I want, when I want. I'm taking care of my mind, body, and soul through eating right, exercising, and meditating. My spiritual beliefs are impenetrable, and I give thanks and share my gratitude every day. My relationships are surrounded by people who want to see me grow and who share my beliefs and values. My contribution and wealth are gained from coaching men. I want to coach men both individually and in group settings. I will be asked to speak at conferences, corporate gatherings, and men's sports teams. I proactively set a good example for my son to follow. I've introduced him to TED Talks, books, business, self-development, so that he is always working on himself and moving towards the life that he envisions. So as you can see how the categories, once you put it into kind of written form, you can see that the categories all kind of mesh together, right? So everything that I have individually put out in these categories all kind of flow into one document or whatever. So again, make sure that you list out, what it is that you want to have in your life, that you want to kind of bring to fruition. And one of the most important things about creating this is that there is no limitations, right? There is no limitations as to who you can become, what you can do. And so be as detailed as you possibly can, and go above and beyond, right? Like I said, nothing is impossible. So if your vision for your life is to be the president of the United States, put it down there, right? If you want to own several companies, put it down, right? If you are the biggest real estate tycoon that has ever lived, put it down, right? Again, there's no limitations. So be as vivid as you can, be as open as you possibly can, because again, nothing is impossible. I also wanted to mention too, if I haven't already, is that your long-term goals and your vision go hand in hand, right? So your vision is obviously your big picture, right? Your overall kind of where you're wanting to be. And then as you have your vision written down, you then can break that down into long-term goals. And those are going to be the steps that's going to get you to where you want to be, right? And so when you're breaking down your long-term goals, and I can create this in a different video, but again, it's going to be, maybe it looks like a 3-year, right? And then we break it down to 3 months, and then we break it down to days, right? And so for each goal that you have, you can break that down and work backwards, and that way that is going to be, again, your tiny roadmap to you getting to the ultimate goal, which is your vision for your life. So as a certified life coach, I have clients who struggle in the same exact area, right? Where they're not sure as to where they want to take their lives, and they just don't really know where to start. So we work together to kind of help them dig through and push through those roadblocks and also in other areas of their lives too, in which they feel that they are hindering them from becoming the man that they want to be. So again, if you're someone that is struggling in any particular area, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to have a conversation with you in regards to coaching to see if that would be a good fit there for you. I'll put my email address where you can contact me below here in the description, and I look forward to hearing from you. Hey, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, share with your friends, and as always, we'll see you on the next one.